Hello there. Welcome back to another episode of All the Mods 10, where today we're probably going to try and tackle the large advanced motor. What happened between episodes? Not much. I was able to update my pack finally. Last episode I said I couldn't load the world in 2.11, whatever it was. But as you can see there, we have updated the pack. So now we're getting these new apotheosis spawns nearby. A little bit about it. I don't think the loot is generating correctly because I went to the other, I went to the dungeon there to try and get some like good like God forged gems and all that. Um, However, it does not seem to. Nothing seems to generate in there. I cannot get any arcane sands or God forged pearls. I can only get the luminous and below, which is pretty trash for the hardest dungeon in the game. So I think, and all the mods 9, you could pretty steadily at least get a couple Godforged pearls, but I did not see any. I didn't even see any of the purples either. So I think that needs to be updated probably in the next update or two. I don't know. So in case you're thought about wasting your time, don't. So let's actually get into the pack. Oh, also, where is it? Mahao got a quest tab. I'm not gonna go down it this episode, but we will get the Morgan at some point just in case we need it for something. Not sure what that'll be, but down the line. So last episode we left off needing to get neodymium, and to get neodymium you need monazite dust. To get monazite dust, we can make a B for it. Can we make a B for this? So no, we can't make a B for monazite, which you know what that means. We're making a B for it. So let's go ahead and go down this path, and let's go to the monazite B, which is going to need its spawn egg. Oh my god, you don't need it. You need a sulfur bee and a block. We got some sulfur bees. We don't have a block of monazite, though. So what we're going to do here is see how we get monazite in the first place. And that seems to be... I'm assuming it's going to have to be the crushed route if I follow, standard things. Never mind. We have an unholy amount of monazite dust. Okay. I didn't know we were getting it through our mining operation. So, yeah, we have quite a bit of it. And don't need to do that at all. So what we can do is actually just go ahead and slap our monazite dust into a centrifuge. And go down that path. So is this used for anything else? No, it's just used for this. So go ahead and like just put all of our stuff into it. Centrifuge. How about we go ahead and... I think we might be full. I can't get in here anymore. I'm gonna check our channels. I've definitely overstepped my bounds here. We've crossed the max threshold somewhere. I'm not sure where it is. Okay, I really overstepped the boundaries somewhere. And I think that's gotta be it, right? No, you gotta have channels now. That's gotta be enough. You're not doing anything. I guess I just knocked off a power source somewhere, and that was the issue. So I should be able to reconnect a lot of this stuff now. We have a singular channel left over. That's insane. Okay, I had to go ahead and set up another subnet down here, and then I moved our emerald electrolyzer up here, and from down there, it used to be down there, so now it's up here. And anything that needs like it just needs to be running constantly in the background, like doesn't have any recipes or anything, I'll put that on top row up here. It'll be supplied by this subnet. So this subnet is taking a lot of energy for some reason, but whatever, I don't really care. But yeah, so what we have here is an exporter with the monazite dust that we need. And then all I need to do now is really go ahead and update our program down here so that our monazites, what is it? Monazite centrifuge? What it's called? That is in fact what it's called. So we'll go ahead and do every let's do 20 ticks. No, let's do like 50. Let's see. I don't know how fast it's gonna go. So let's do every 50 ticks do input from monazite supply. And then output to monazite centrifuge end. There we go. Hit done there. We need to pull the label with our gun. Thank you. Look for the monazite centrifuge. I keep like flipping back and forth. And then we need the supply as well. Needs to be labeled here. Push it there. And now this should be running constantly. So it looks like it will get a efficiency boost, which means I'm going to give you an overdrive just in case. I don't think we'll need it because, like I said, it'll always be running. But, you know, just in case. Another one has spawned. Anyway, these first couple rounds are for sure going to take a while if we didn't have a time wand. What we do. There it is. So around here, if you look at the recipe, you'll see that we want neodymium is what we're doing this for. But you also get yttrium and cadmium dust out of this also. 3 of each. I'm pretty sure that these can only be made this way as well. So that's definitely how you want to do it. And then you also get a 50% chance of helium. No idea what helium's used for. Maybe we'll use it later. Maybe we won't. But we are getting it into the system anyway. And now our wall is much cleaner. Although at some point probably need to remove these, but I don't think we need to, honestly. Just because I don't see a reason to. We're not using like the lubricant or anything at crazy rates. Although we could probably stand to be making more lubricant, but it only takes like 0.1 millibuckets to do a craft, so we have quite a few crafts stored up. If it does become a problem, we'll upgrade it, but for now I'm just gonna leave it as is. For now, if we check our system, we do have neodymium dust, so that's no longer a problem. And then the advanced motors. Let's see. So the advanced motors, we can already craft those actually, right? So if I go and request 10 of you, missing. Oh, the stainless steel magnetic rod. That's what we did. That's what we got the neodymium for. So do any of our polarizers have a free slot? You do. Thank God. So what we'll go ahead and do is do this, this, encode the pattern, put it in, and now we should be able to request the advanced motor. If I request 10, we should be able to craft some. I'm so glad we crafted the timeline when we did, because it's making this entire process just so much faster. And there we go. We have our advanced motors showing up in the system. Check that off the list, which means we have titanium rods and processing units left. I'm not sure which one's going to be easier. Let's look into titanium rods. I know the processing unit is pretty in-depth craft. So it looks like titanium's actually quite the process here. One other thing I do want to do is make a heat exchanger as well, because the vacuum freezer, you know, no hate, but it's kind of slow. But we'll save that for a little bit later, maybe this episode, maybe next, hopefully this episode. But to get our titanium hot ingot, which is what we're going to need in the first place, you either have to get raw titanium, which I don't think is an ore you can get. Oh, okay, so we can get it from bees. Okay, so do we have any titanium just hanging around? No, okay. Not as lucky as last time. But so to get titanium comb, which is what we're going to want the titanium B, which is just an iron bee and oh my God, that's so easy. All right, so we go ahead and breed up titanium bees, but then I assume to pollinate you do want a block of titanium itself. So to get our first initial block of titanium, I think. Okay, so it's not generated, but can be attained with a core. I've never seen that ore before, so we could do it this way with the steel quarry, I'm thinking. So let's see, electric quarry we would need. What does this take? So we can actually craft all of this, except for the robot arm, which we can also craft actually. Screw it. Let's just make the electric quarry, I guess. To do that though, you do need the steam quarry, which is very easy for us to make. I think we can just go ahead and request this. We can request everything except the steel large plates, which is exactly what I expected it to be. So we'll go ahead and put that recipe. No, not that. Damn it. This one into our system. And then we'll clear this recipe because we don't need it. Go back in your home, do that, and then if I ask for a steam quarry now, we cannot. You should be able to make it. Yeah, some things definitely just don't seem to show up, but let's see. Then we also need item pipes. So item pipes seem to be pretty straightforward here. I'll just go ahead and teach system how to make them. We can make it all except for the steel gear. We can't make steel gears. That's a lie. Can we actually not make steel gears? Okay, well, teach system how to do that too. I know we can. I guess it just wasn't showing up because we already had some in our inventory or something. But the item pipe is what it was after. Yeah, let's go ahead and just craft those, I guess. And then maybe later I'll teach system how to make it. Dude, we had steel. Whatever. Give me what I need. And then the steel quarry. Done and dusted. And then we want the electric quarry next. We're going to put that in there. And then we just need to teach it how to make the robot arm. Robot arm, we already know how to make everything for. The rest we just have being stocked in the system by traders, the motors and analog circuits. Oh, I did not mean to do that. I wanted to encode the pattern for the electric arm. Thank you. Put this in. And now we should be able to just request the electric quarry. Go ahead and let's see. I think it's some. I think something else is trying to use it at the same time. I'm not sure. And okay, now we have our electric quarry all done and dusted. Now I have no idea how to use this. Looks like we're gonna need steel pipe machine casing, some steel machine casing, and some chains. Okay, we should have everything we need. I don't know where I want this quarry to go, so right here. That works. And then at modern, if we go ahead and grab our wrench, it'll kind of show us what we need to place and where. So it looks like the chains just go in the middle, 4 high, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we get the base casings all around that. So one, two, like so. And then around that, we have these 3 high each, and then 1 in the middle. And then you should be good. Okay. Now you're going to need input hatches and put hatch. Let's see. Make you a MV energy input hatch, and let's do a item input hatch. So we're going to want 2 of the, no wait, just 1 of these. We only want an item output. That's right. Energy input and item output. That makes sense. So here's our energy inputs. Go ahead and yeah, this should be able to go anywhere. So put you here. And then our item input should be done soon. Like right now. Very nice. Item input, put in there, get an item outputs. Then I'll put you here. And then I will just connect you up to the SFM system. And now it has power, and it will slowly but surely make us stuff. Hopefully. And then I did not notice this, but you need a stainless steel drill to go ahead and get the titanium ore that we're after. Different drills will give you different ores and stuff. We don't care about anything else. We just want the titanium and tungsten, maybe. I don't know. But to get the stainless steel drill, oh my God. More rabbit holes. Okay, so to get this, we need to make, I'm pretty sure most of this we can actually go ahead and auto craft. We just need this, and the digital circuit. The rest of it's not too worried about, to be honest. So the advanced pump is craftable, I think, or it should be. So we need the stainless steel rotor and stainless steel bolts to be auto crafting. And then we should be good there. These are just the typical things that you've seen before, so I'll go ahead and get those crafted. Okay, I got all the machines up and running. Each recipe with its own machine, and now we should be able to go ahead and put the advanced pump in and request an advanced pump. There it is. Request 10. Missing stainless steel ingots. Did we ever auto-produce stainless steel? No, we did not. We have not automated stainless steel. We got the stainless steel dust. I can go and request a couple hundred of that. That's no problem. But we did not do the other portion of this, which is required. So to get this, we didn't put another EBF of copper nickel. And that EBF is going to go right here, I guess. And I'm just now realizing as we're building up our second EBF that I did not automate Canthal either. So now we need 2 EBFs. Yay. Okay, it's been a little bit, but in a little bit now, maybe an hour, maybe a half hour or so. I went ahead and redid everything that we had over here. So our EBFs and vacuum freezers look a little bit different. And that's because I forgot that they can wall share. And so I'm going to put all the EBFs on one side and all the vacuum freezers on the other. Eventually, we will upgrade to the heat exchanger. But for now, we only have the vacuum freezers, so we're going to use those. Everything can wall share except for the hatches. So if you're going to wall share, all your hatches have to go like in the middle slice here, I guess. So up here is where I'm powering everything. And then if we come down here, I went ahead and gave this place its own subnet because it's going to need it eventually. Right now, we're already at 13 of 32 channels. So everything below here has, depending on what it needs, I wanted to make it like uniform. So if it needs like a fluid input, all the fluid inputs will go on this. And then our item inputs go here. And now we are auto crafting everything. So anneal copper, for example, comes into this one. It needs oxygen and also copper dust. So we're exporting copper dust with a crafting card so we can keep crafting and keep producing it. Over here is Canthal with a crafting card as well, so just keep crafting Canthal dust and then keep producing the hot ingots here. And then over here is stainless steel dust, same deal here, crafting card. So keep producing the hot ingots. And then over on this side is where our vacuum freezers are, and the vacuum freezers are just exporting stainless steel hot ingots. The hot ingot version of everything is getting always exported over here, and then we're importing into the system. So essentially, we are always crafting stainless steel, Canthal, and anneal copper now. And I would also highly recommend using wall sharing. It's going to save you quite a bit of blocks. Just like it basically saves you one whole side of blocks, essentially. So definitely worth wall sharing, and it takes up less space, which is really nice. And also, by the way, I put all the output hatches up here, so we're importing from up here because this one had to have some kind of hatch out here. So I thought I'll just put the output here and just import from here, just make it all look uniform. So now we're back to the stainless steel drill, which I don't think we're gonna need eventually, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm just going down this path because we need the digital circuit and advanced pumps anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So to make the stainless steel drill head, which is gonna be the easiest one for us, we can autocraft everything except for the stainless steel gear, which we can autocraft everything for. And ooh, the assembler. This is where recipes start getting cheaper, huh? So it'd be 4 less bolts if we did it in there, but we need soldering alloy, and soldering alloy needs soldering alloy dust, which needs this, which honestly isn't that bad now that I'm looking at it. We might start using assemblers right now, actually, because I don't want to set up something temporary when I plan on ripping it out, when I don't have to set up something temporary. So in this case, we actually are going to go ahead with the assembler and the soldering alloy. Soldering alloy just needs a steam. So we can actually use an EBF on this thing. Almost like we planned for this. So I guess I can go ahead and set up another EBF. Well, that's an electric blast furnace. That's you want. Okay, no, we can use EBFs. So I'm gonna go ahead and set up another EBF to get soldering alloy. And soldering alloy is just mixing lead and tin dust, which we all know we have an unholy amount of at this point. And there we go. Now we are constantly making soldering alloy dust. Do we need to make it constantly? Probably not, but we will be able to now. And here we go. We now have soldering alloy being made. Now we can go ahead and make our stainless steel gear inside of our assembler, which I need somewhere to put the assembler. I don't think we've made one yet. Can I even make one? I probably should have checked that. And yes, we can make an assembler. Do I have a recipe for it already? Nope, no recipe for it. But our assembler is everything we've made so far, so not a big deal for us. And then we're gonna probably want at least one assembler. Let's just start off with one and see where it gets us. While I'm waiting for crafts, I was also looking into just directly going to the heat exchanger. But in order to use the heat exchanger for like titanium hot ingots, for example, you need cryo fluid, and cryo fluid requires like helium and argon. And we don't have a reliable source of helium. Right now, we are getting a little bit of it, and that's through our constant monazite dust centrifuging. But we only got a 50% chance for 300 millibuckets, and that's not something that I am really a fan of. Because here, I guess, no, I'm not a fan of it. I want a better supply of helium before we go down the heat exchanger route. Avengers, assemble! I guess I'll put them over here. I don't know anymore. So, yep, welcome to your new home. And I'm gonna need a another subnet for over here. I think modern industrialization has taken up more channels than every other mod combined, I think, so far. Now I'm gonna go ahead and create a recipe for the stainless steel head, throw it in our thing, and then I should be able to just go ahead and request one of these. Very nice. How much soldering alloy have we made so far? A little bit. I think it's definitely one of those. Oh, now we're cranking, but now we're. I think the efficiency finally got back up. But yeah, like one of these takes 100 millibuckets, so we're definitely making enough. And one stainless steel drill head off the list. So that means all we need to do now is create a pattern for the digital circuit, actually. So we need NOT gates. We have these being made, OR gates, AND gates, and digital circuit board. So let's see what these gates are about. They're about resistors, which we have, aluminum wire, which I think we can make. Yeah, we can make aluminum wire, which means the only thing we need to make is this OP amp, which we can create. So that actually solves all that. Which just leaves us with the digital circuit board, and I'm scared. So we need electronic circuit board, which I think we can, let's see. So to make this, the electronic circuit board, let's see if we can make those. We can check silicon battery. I'm pretty sure we can check aluminum cable, check, and stainless steel plates, check, but just to be sure, and consistent stainless steel plates, check. So we can craft all of it. The only thing we don't have is this polyethylene. Ugh, what do you take to make? You need to electrolyze either, so 300, 700, we'll definitely want to go with this recipe. So chromium tiny pile, we have that. What's our chromium looking like anyway? A lot. Okay. So I went through the tree to see if there's any easy, like what's the easiest way for us to get ethylene. And ethylene, since we don't have access to the circuits that we're trying to make yet, because we need the stuff to make it. Our only real way of getting it right now is either what's a distillery need actually? We could go the distillery route. Let me rethink. We seem to have hit a huge roadblock here because polyethylene is actually not easy to make any way you cut it. You could go down the ethylene route with so to get ethylene, you got some options here. So get polyethylene. Let's go through this. You need ethylene and either chromium or lead. We'll use chromium. It's fine. And then to get ethylene, you can either use distillation tower, which we don't have access to because you need this digital circuit for it, or you can use distillery, in which case you get steam cracked light fuel or naphtha. And both of these are huge in-depth processes. So let's go through naphtha, for example. Go naphtha, chemical reactor, steam and naphtha. To get naphtha itself, we need hydrogen and sulfuric acid. To get sulfuric acid, for example, you need to distill shale oil or crude oil, and then the crude oil can come from an oil drilling rig. So that might be what we have to do. There's oily combs. Oil bees? Question mark. So to get the oily bee, let me guess. Wait a second. This bee is nowhere to be found on land. Go fishing in deep waters if you want this thick, oily bab. What? Just because they said that, we're going to go down this route and get the oily bee. And we're going to make a god tier fishing route while we're at it. And if you go on the fishing rod tab of it, it says deep frozen, deep cold, deep. So you're just looking for a deep ocean, really. So we'll go ahead and grab our compass and type in deep. Uh, let's see. Oh my god, we're right next to one. Nice. I shall now sit here and fish for bees. What do we got? Is that a sponge? Oh, he's mad at me, I think. We don't have one of those, though. Don't get me. So now we have a sponge. What do spongy bees do? Spongy bee. Sponges. Okay. Well, I don't know what I expected, but now we have sponges. And our second go around, we got an oily bee. They seem mad at me. I don't know why. So we'll get one, and then we'll get a second one, and breed them together with max stats. What kind of bees are in here? Where's Marine? There's a second oily bee. We're just getting hella bees. Now we have 2 max stats, and one of them did, unfortunately, attack. But that's their own fault. I always forget the pollination aspect, so we do need to go get a little bit of crude oil just in the first place, but it shouldn't be too big of a deal, honestly. So to get our first and only bucket that we're going to get from this, we need an oil drilling rig and aluminum drill. Oil drilling rig is pretty easy for us to make, so we'll go ahead and just craft one of those. And then the aluminum drill, also easy for us to craft. We just need to teach system how to make a aluminum drill head. And when you craft it, you get the achievement of bringing freedom to your country. Very nice. And this thing seems to be just a little bit bigger than the miner. And there we go. We have one oil rig up and ready with our energy input hatch here, item input hatch there, and fluid output hatch there. And now we have 4 aluminum drills. So if we just power this thing. So power you. If I put a mine drill in here, it looks like you're working. And what if I make you work a little faster? I'm gonna come over here. So we got crude oil coming out. Very nice. That's all the crude oil we'll need, I think. Well, actually, that's actually quite a bit of crude oil. But we are overclocking it, so that there is that. But let's see. Oh, it used all of our drills though. So we're definitely going to use the bees over that because all our drills are gone. It wasn't even a full 64 buckets either. So now I should be able to take a bucket of crude oil out of our system. I always forget where the bees are. You'd think I'd have it down by now. Do that, and then the oily bees. Why can you not? So you accept crude oil, but I can't put it down here. Why not? Doesn't seem like the feeding slab with a bucket in it. So let's see here. Okay, I did some testing, and it turns out you can't place the crude oil from modern industrialization in the world. You have to use the Pneumaticcraft or pressurized crude oil. Unfortunately, that's actually a huge pain in the ass. I can't lie to you. But you need the Amazon tablet, and to get all this stuff, you just need plastic, which we have, GPS tool, which is easy to make, and then air canister, which is also easy to make. One GPS tool, check. One of these air canisters, check. One of these tablets, check. Then if we go into the Pneumaticcraft quest tab here, we'll do this like real quick and dirty just because we really need to. So we need the pressure pipes. Pressure pipes, we need another 15 of you for the quest. Okay, we got that. Then we need to generate pressure with Pneumaticcraft, and you do that with air compressors. So we'll go ahead and see if we can craft a lot of these, maybe. Go and craft a stack. And I'm like going against my cardinal rule of not auto-crafting this stuff, but I'm really trying to get this done quickly. I don't care right now. I'll go back and automate it later. So I'm just going to slap it down over in the corner over here. kind of where it belongs. Where's the... I think it comes out this way. And then we have that. So here you just put in like coal or something and it'll generate pressure. We don't really need any pressure right now, but also since we have nothing here, it's gonna come out like that. And then I think we just need to make the charging station, which hopefully we can do. We need 3 bricks. Kind of embarrassing. All right, bricks, and if I slap you down, you'll shut up, right? Thank God. Okay. So we'll let this charge up with some coal. Then this should start charging this. So yeah, we're building up pressure in here. I have a feeling we're going to need a Pneumaticcraft type tank for this also. So if we go ahead and make a Pneumaticcraft tank here. And then I'm not sure what you need in order to... So right click you, shift right click you, do this, and then we're going to need emerald. I've actually never done this. I think I guessed exactly right. So I did. Okay, so order the items in the basket. A drone will come to retrieve your payment and other. So I want to do this. Why can we not do this? Orders in basket. I want to order the slot interaction. Right click it. Missing inventory or fluid. Right click an inventory and or fluid tank with. Okay, I think it just. Right click an inventory and or fluid tank with your image on top of it. Okay. Right click. What's going on? So I went and looked at the quest line. It seems I need to link it to some kind of chest, I guess, to put our currency in, aka the emerald. So if I right click you as well, now I can order. Okay. So we want the crude oil. Yes. And then place our order. So it should... Oh, took our emerald. He's going somewhere. And then it should come back with some crude oil eventually. Oh, there it is. He just came back and did that. So now we have 1 bucket of crude oil, which is very nice. So if we just grab a bucket and grab it, and now we have a bucket of Pneumaticcraft crude oil. And this can then be placed here. There we go. And then these guys, if we speed it up a little bit, you'll see that they start producing the cone blocks, and then we get all the oil. See? Just like that. And yeah, even without time accelerating this, we still get a lot of oil from this. And this way, we don't have to replace our diamond drills or our aluminum drills or anything like that, because that takes up a lot of time. And now we have a big old supply of crude oil. But with that, I think I'm going to have to end the episode here. This is it's honestly a lot deeper than I thought it was. It's one thing that sets you back like 17 steps. And next episode, for sure, we'll make an effort to get this large advanced motor. And then hopefully the other 2 objects we need for the ATM star. Oh, not that one. Down here should be good. Hopefully blast-proof casing, blast-proof, mixed blast, tungsten, titanium, stainless. So yeah, we already have most, like, since we're setting up the infrastructure for these large advanced motors, we're already getting the infrastructure set up for all these other ones as well. So we will be a little bit more set on that. And then the rest of these, we're already kind of progressed towards or can easily get to a lot of these other things. So I think modern industrialization is for sure going to take us the longest to get whatever it is that we need. And the rest should be pretty straightforward. Except for the magic mods. Not a fan, but you know, what can you do? Yeah. So yeah, I was taking a little longer than I thought it would, probably longer than you thought it would, but it's pretty much the great tech portion of this pack, and I guess I just should have expected it, honestly. I'll leave the oil rig here just in case we need something else from it, but if it's just crude oil, then we should be good. But yeah, huge upgrades though, lots of moving parts, and we're very much closer to creating that advanced motor. And hopefully, I think next episode we should be able to get it. Yeah, I'll definitely step on the gas a little bit. I think I already have been on the gas, but moving a little bit faster than usual. But it's kind of needed for this. Otherwise, the modern industrialization aspect of the ATM star would take no less than like 20 or 25 episodes. And I still think I'm getting the good points across and showing you guys kind of how to do it, especially considering there's no, for right now, the 2.12 or whatever it is. In the future, it'll definitely be updated, but right now, at least, there's no modern industrialization quest to go through everything. And going through it all now, I see why, because there's a lot to it. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.